with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The tackle made by Jesse.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It's a room to maneuver. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. A huge play there on the screen pass. 42 yards.
At the 25-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
19 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
Complete.
8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups.
Brings up second.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
The tackle.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now Burrow to throw on second down.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now this time, Tua's going to throw it. They'll set up a screen for Breida. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Bengals drive about to get going. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
First down, Cincinnati.
Mixon with a first down carry.
Number 20.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So on fourth down, Burrow will give way to Randy Bullock for the Bengals field goal.
From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Bullock will put this one through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. We're scoreless after one.
With no score.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Dolphins' 15-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Burrow. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
A gain of 10 yards.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
1st and goal from just inside the 5.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Dolphins nothing. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs. But a big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking...
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's 2nd down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
28, Joe Mixon.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 24. They'll start on the ground with Breida, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Dolphins 7. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Matt Breida on the carry.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
7-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
The Bengal first down.
first and 10. Joe Burrow going deep depth, and that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 42 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. On the delay, it's Mixon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Here's a run with Mixon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
At the 3-yard line.
On 2nd down, Burrow. They'll roll him out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Here's Burrow. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Randy Bullock on for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
Bullock's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Dolphins. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Tua, a final shot before half. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Again, it's Mixon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now Burrow. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
To Joe Mixon.
And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
42-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it.
And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Tua now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A 48-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will tie things at 17 all. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They're passing here. Joe Burrow eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 5.
Burrow will throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
so much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Tackle made.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people.
That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Bengals 24, Dolphins 17.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up
second down and 12 at the 19-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. We're up 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots. Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
1st and 10.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco, sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Breida, the ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now He's going to swing this one out to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
The tackle made.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach...
And he's into the clear. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 68 yards, and the Bengals add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On play action, here's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
3rd down and the 11th.
From the gun, it's Tua. He finds his target, Fuller. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score, Bengals 31, Dolphins 24.
So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
On the play, and it's third down.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now it's Burrow. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now fourth down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the fourth now in Minneapolis. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity. Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now this time, Tua is going to throw it. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? He's got him in, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. William Jackson with a pick. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. because otherwise you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation.
McDonald on the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down. Today's final score, Bengals.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Cincinnati, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Miami, this loss cost them in the playoffs.